had and they pushed him away. And your cutoff game, your ability to go through the darkness and lurk through the night and actually just be like, hey, bye. I don't care. Like, fuck, whatever. Fine. You gonna learn. You gonna learn your lessons. That's my problem. I learn my lessons. You gonna learn your lessons. It is what it is. All right? Yeah, the hermit. There's wisdom there, baby. There's wisdom. So now they're going through an ego death and they're realizing, look, the regret, the unspoken apology, the sadness, you know. And there's the Page of Cups. Yeah, I know that's right. I know. Okay, I know. Okay, but your ancestors are giving you strength and they're working with you to tell you where to go and what to do. You're just a baby. You don't know what to do. Avatar. You gotta realize that we just in avatars, baby. Ooh, look at avatars. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it is what it is. Lessons need to be learned, things need to be had, da-da-da-da-da. You know, it's all a fucking learning experience. Look, chosen for a reason.
No, I'm saying, you know what? I just want to say, this is a whole new learning experience for Martin, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think this is a whole brand new learning experience. And look at that. Look at that. How is that even possible, Mary Jane Doe? How is it even possible that you are here? Are you stalking me? You are the best. You know I told you that already. It's amazing that you're here. You can sun banani, sun banani, sun banani, sun. Sun banana. Why did I do that? So it's no more that type of avatar that's required. We'd rather have something sexier. Yeah, I think that's better. I had the wrong avatar on Mel's Hub. I was ill prepared. I really wanted to do much better. Well, you must have your what do you call it? You know, Mission once said that to me, and he's in South Australia. He said, your alert woke me up, Lionel, at 4:44 a.m. My live woke him up. Can you handle it? So forgive me for calling you a stalker. You know, please. I want more stalkers. How do you know me? I mean, it's been pretty obvious, and that's why I'm not. I mean, even Mission and me are not jealous of Martin. There's a lot of M's in there. Don't you think, MJD? Even me and Mission are not jealous of Martin, and MJD agrees. Yes, my phone is always on. Yes, no, I don't always adhere to my phone. I promise you. I promise you I can't know. I don't know that. Now, while we are here, I need to... Everything has changed on StreamYard. So, I don't know if this even works. You know what I mean? No, it doesn't. Oh, it looks like Rusto. You know that is King George. Lolzy, welcome. Vamakilagila. You're welcome in the space with me. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm trying to do something else here. I don't know if it's going to even work. This is my old one again. And of course, I'm on the... What's it called? Tablet. And it doesn't scroll. But I don't have my old videos anymore. You know, these are the days of our lives. It's gone. It's gone. She got gone. No more. No more. No more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. How's the bricks? What do you think about the bricks? I think we stick with the bricks. Oh, the drum roll, please. So, I'm going to say it one more time. I can hang out with whoever I wish. Well, everybody agrees with you, Lowell. Everybody agrees with you. And even those that disagree with you secretly actually agree with you. That's just how it is. You remember, politics makes strange bedfellows. Yeah? And 2 weeks in politics is a lifetime. So just like there will be on one moment a lifetime of torment and war and obliteration from one creator to another, there will be a lifetime of love and reconciliation after that. That's just how it is. It's supposed to be like that, don't you think? It's supposed to be like that. Yes. Oh, I must be there. That's better. Hello. I don't know. This is the fancy new thing, is in the circle. So I'm going to invite anybody who wants to come up. I did have something planned here. I did. I must be serious. I did. But I've lost the plot already. And I've only been here, what? How long has this been? 5 minutes. Drum roll, please. You know, I can't listen to crap. Oh, that went fast. Cancel. Anymore. I found folk that actually like me, you hope. This is such a sticky subject to speak about because I want to give advice, but I don't want to be fickle or fake. But there is something in life called forgiveness. You know, that stupid, dreaded word. Let me just know. Oh gosh, I don't want to. I must. I hate the unmerit there. Now I can understand myself. You know, people call it burning bridges, and they say they don't burn bridges, but we do burn bridges sometimes. And it is catastrophic in life when you burn bridges. You really don't want to do it. My advice to you, 50 years on this planet, whenever you think you want to close that door and never open it again, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. You always have to keep the channels open for communication, for the reason being that you actually can be wrong in a certain situation. And there's an added factor. When you forgive, you release yourself of that. It's almost a guilt. Having to bestow anger on someone else. It's a duty. And that's why I think it's one of the deadly sins we learned on Mel's Hub. The 7 deadly sins. Wait, I must get the 7 deadly sins. I was so slow. It was 6 a.m. I had just woken up. It was Mel's Hub, and I went live, and I thought, at least I can hide behind my Halloween mask. I'm dumb and I'm slow, generally speaking. I'm tough that way. I can deal with it. But I was seriously slow this morning, or last night, as they say in America. The 7 deadly sins. Excuse me. Oh Lord, just do something there. Overview. Yes, I want to overview. Oh, there's a movie on Netflix called The 7 Deadly Sins. And I've already what? No, I don't think I have. Bold, intense, and charming. Just give me the Wikipedia version. And there is truly a Wikipedia version of the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins, also known as the capital vices or cardinal sins, function as a grouping classification of major vices within the teachings of Christianity. According to the standard list, the 7 deadly sins in Christianity are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, and sloth. Slothfully, sloth. Let me repeat. Pride, greed, Team Rose wrath, Team Rose envy, Team Rose lust, Team Rose grilled cheese gluttony, and Team Rose wants to close her Airbnb slothlosslessly. You know what I mean? It's a Friday night. I'm not fake, Lionel. You and Rose are as ye do. Oh, it sounds like you're Irish. I'm not involved. I like the places I'm in. I'm glad, or maybe you're Scottish, Les. I was scared to go into the chats in case trolls followed. Oh, God bless the trolls. Where's the holy water? The spectacles, the testicles, a watch, and my pocket wallet. Lol, yes. Lol, baby, indeed. No, I don't care. I'm me. I'm actually fair. I was lost, but now eyes wide open. Lol. And thank you, Lionel, for never dragging me. Lolsy, I have no reason to drag you. And I've got a very seriously bad name on these streets. I'm thinking a lot. Can you smell it? Gluttony. Oh, Mary Jane Doe, don't you say. Gluttony. Oh, wow. Well, where's the chocolate? I ate the last chocolate. I was about to eat a chocolate in front of you and make you feel guilty. Yes, gluttony. That is a deadly sin. It is. And so, what do we learn from these 7 deadly sins? Children, kids, as Mr. Bitoga hates me to call anybody a kid. Well, let me explain this to you. These deadly sins are truly deadly, venomous. They eat at you. They eat at your core. You choose to take their venom. You and I, none of us are innocent. Pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. It's a very good lesson to learn. That death is a real thing in life. And we only have right now to enjoy and appreciate and love and give thanks for. Right now in the present, we can choose to do whatever we will. And what we choose to do right now influences the future, tomorrow, the next second, the next minute. And thus and therefore we create our own reality and future together. Let me show you this short lesson I learned about the spirit of the internet. Let me show you. And there's no arguments. I mean, I'm learning astrology, but there is something new. There is something called the Ariman. It's called artificial intelligence. Do you want to dance first with Terry? Or do you want to watch this short helpful video? Or not helpful, it's not helpful. Let's first dance with Terry. Let's first dance. Wait. Lolsey says, yes, you a bold boy, but not a troll. And let me not out myself right now. I don't need explanation. I do my own explanation, to be honest. No, I want you to chat. I just want to dance first. Dance with me. Do you know the Macarena? Do you know the Macarena like I know the Macarena? Do you know the Macarena? I know the Macarena. Do you know the Macarena? I don't know if you know the Macarena. Oh, where's the volume? There's the volume. How's that?
For TikTok. The Macarena was a dance that came out in 1994, and it was a dance wave. Best thing to do is to do the Macarena when you're in your kitchen. Now I'm going to show you a few steps here. First, when you do, you take your first hand out, second hand out, palm up, shoulder, shoulder, head, head, hip, hip, back, back, turn, Macarena. And you do it 4 times around, and it's really good when you do a TikTok video that if you mouth the words like, okay? And so here we go. Let's have some fun.
This is Terry Joyce. She's part of the Coven in California. Don't you know? Well, she's going to get it wrong.
And that's how you do the Macarena. And you know what? It doesn't matter even if you mess up like I did. It just means that when you turn, you sing Macarena and you shake it and you have fun. I'm Terry Joyce. I'll see you next time.
Okay, so I just
It's
want.
Friday! Woo! I'm really excited about it, if you can't tell. I know I said I wasn't going to show my face today. But yeah, here I am. I almost didn't make it in time, though, but I did it. I did it! How's everybody doing today? What's up? What's up? It's Friday. I'm really excited about it, if you haven't noticed. So, I am only halfway awake. I got my ginormous Starbucks drink, which I really should not be drinking every single day, but it's just so good. Usually I used to drink the Caramel Crunch.
So I don't know if you want to watch small little snippets about this trollop in Maine. They're quite fun, actually. If you want, Terry Joyce, who taught you how to do the Macarena, will now teach you about the slattern. It was PJ. It was PJ. I was watching it earlier. I like PJ. I love PJ. I love PJ, darling. Oh, yes. She's hot, darling. You better stick with her, darling. You better not have a heart attack.
On her, and I see somebody has like said something here. I'm gonna get to that in just a second. That's all.
Where is it? There it is. Why am I doing this? I don't know. She loves it. She loves to be the center of attention.
Spooky Halloween music, framing Rose. Okay. All right. Couple things that are going on with Rose, and then again, I'm gonna just for those who are unfamiliar with who Team Rose is, just gonna do a brief explanation. First time I met Rose was within the Super Soldier program, which is part of the UFO conspiracy that came about through Carrie Cassidy's Project Camelot. And she was a big follower of Max Spears, who passed away. She was featured in the BBC documentary about Max Spears as kind of being like a wacky person. Rose doesn't seem to have any discernment on the information that she gives out to people. She was doing channeling by a psychic that was supposed to be Max. So that's how I had originally known her. And I see somebody has said something here for a moment. I'm going to get to that in just a second. That's how I originally knew her. I had some conversations with her on the telephone before. I'd say back maybe in 2015. Then all of a sudden on Facebook, she was posting about how her life was threatened, how she had a hitman after her, and she pointed to, she's in the chat tonight, Murder Candy podcast. That's Avery Shannon, so shout out to Avery's show there. I said, what's going on? She goes, oh, they're ruining my Airbnb business and all this kind of stuff. And this was probably around January of the beginning of this year. And I looked into it. I couldn't find any evidence of what she was claiming. The one thing that I've noticed about Rose, who's, by the way, her real name is Deborah Director, and I found this out I was tipped off that she was an actress, that she was in a movie called In the Bedroom, which starred Sissy Spacek and Tom Wilkinson. Also has Marissa Tomei in it. It's a good film, actually. She has a minor role, but significant. She's in several scenes, and I'm not doxing her because Deborah Director is registered with the Screen Actors Guild. So that is a professional name that she's used. Now, that it might be her real name, but it's been registered as you can look it up on I would say it backwards, IMBD. Anyway, I might have said it wrong. I always say it wrong. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So that is something. She's also had a business that she was making chocolates. She uses that name as well. She has several different YouTube channels. And one thing that I did notice about Rose that I thought was kind of odd was that she had, I knew that she had three or four different Facebook pages. Now, some people say that's no big deal. That doesn't matter if somebody has a Facebook page. But sometimes, this is my personal feeling, I think that when somebody has multiple Facebook pages and multiple social media profiles that have different names, they're not the same name, but they're different names. If they're trolling somebody, let's say you get into an argument with them online or something like that, and you think you've blocked them, they can still spy on you and see what you post. And then they can also argue with you with different personalities, as if you think you're arguing or you're having a disagreement with one person, but actually it's the same person pretending to be more than one person, which makes it feel like it's on a social level, right? But when you're looking at social media, when people look at it, it looks like you have more than one person disagreeing with you on your point. So it looks like maybe your point's not as valid as theirs is. And it also makes somebody feel that they are being ganged up on, and yet they're being ganged up on the same person. And that is exactly what Deborah Director does. I've caught her in it. I've had more than one profile arguing with me at the same time. And one of the things that really got me about
Hi, Wicked, my lovely.
And maybe it means nothing, all right? But apparently this triggered her. That picture that you're seeing that I showed is actually a screenshot of a video where she was going off on me during this time. Because I tried to contact her. She had for a long time, she had a Facebook page called Crystal Montgomery, and I thought that was her name, actually. That her real name was Crystal Montgomery, and I'd known of it for years. I thought it was odd because she was going crazy about Avery, and the one video that I saw about.
You know what, Weekend? I secretly told somebody, I think it was somebody in Maine, I want to roast you, Weekend. You look like the witch, the scariest witch. Not a friendly witch, no, the witch that destroyed me. She was in Mississippi. She destroyed me. She made me on a Monday morning. I got an email from Mississippi Talker to email this woman that you're looking at now. I must email her. You know, like Wiccan and Mel's Hub does a Sunday night in America. Well, my Monday morning is your Sunday night. And so I went on her live, and I tried to convince this woman, and she's called me a slave to Mississippi Talker. And that's what happens with Team Rose. It's like if you choose the wrong channels to watch, and if you're seeing, I mean, I saw ._ in this woman's channel, and I held it against ._ because ._ was sent by Mississippi Talker. But they all hate each other. All the women, what was it? It was MJD that said it the other day. Oh, men never get along. You know, me with Martin. Oh, Martin, that other unbackbone creature. He's like an amoeba. He's just like Mississippi Talker. It's like that. And Shelby, Ernie, also another spineless creature. They're all spineless creatures. They are nothing without support. They need their walkers. I actually watched Mel's last night. She had a shitload of trolls. I never watch the trolls. I always watch the top chat. I try and sometimes remind myself, watch the full chat line or go into the full chat. But it's like, I am a very bad reader, so it's very difficult for me to read any. So I wanted to, what I wanted to say, oh, look, Molly, hey, how you doing? I want to roast you a little. Can I roast you? Are you interested in being roasted? Can I roast you before we continue with this video? Please let me know.
That Avery was covering was the little girl Harmony Montgomery.
How funny that Avery is in Queen Bee's chat now, and this is from years ago. This is pre lockdown.
And what I thought was odd, maybe just pure coincidence, but the mother's name of Harmony was Crystal, and the father's last name is Montgomery. And I thought, oh, how weird that she has Crystal Montgomery, and there's this missing little girl, and Rose seems to be just going crazy over it. So I questioned her, and I didn't get an answer. And finally, I kept poking on Facebook until I got a reaction out of her. And the reaction was she was quite angry with me, completely dismissed me. I don't care what you have to say. Why do I have to answer to you? I don't have to answer to you about anything. I'm just curious why you have several profiles, and then why your profile is matching the missing girl over somebody that you are accusing of coming after you. And I go, do you have any proof that these people are doing this to you? Because I'm a person that has been cyberbullied extensively on the internet, extensively threatened for years for various reasons. Okay. And I have a paper trail. Like, I have screenshots, I have proof. When I talk about something, when I say somebody is trolling me or I'm being threatened, I can prove that is actually happening. I haven't seen one bit of proof from Rose. Not one thing about Benny Keys. Apparently he's a hitman that's trying to kill him. I don't see one thing about anything that Avery's ever done. And, I know Avery is in the chat here. I don't know, maybe you might want to come on in a bit, Avery. I can give you a link here if you're able to hang on, and just get some feedback. But there was a while back, not too long ago, where Rose was, on her channel, just ranting and raving about Avery, and she was saying this is her real name, and I know she's she's going to my Airbnb and she's going to stay there, and she's stalking me and this and that. She's on the phone talking to apparently a police officer, just saying names, real names that may not be real names. I don't know, but she's pretending like they're real names and going on and on and on and on and on. And I have seen it.
Okay, I'm going to do this now. So, when I was a child growing up, there was this TV program. We were living in apartheid, so there was huge restrictions. We didn't have Cartoon Network. We had our own broadcasting network. And back in the 60s and 70s, the South African Broadcasting Corporation was basically bigger than Hollywood in its day. So we really produced some good stuff. So growing up, this was apartheid's version of Cartoon Network. And this is who this is a bookworm called Wiccan. I hope you enjoy this.
Cassette met stories op.
Ja, ik heb het baie lekker gemakkelijk zit. Ik gaan stories hoor en nogmaals stories.
Stories, was my damn! Is jy gereed, Benny?
Dag, boetjies. Ja, Gert, ek wil weg van die Bremense stadmuzikante. Sal jy asseblief jou sprokiesboek oopsluit? Sleeteltjie, ons Saturday. Laat tog 'n storie uit die boek verskyn. Draai en slot, dit van
So this was this worm. Oh no, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, how are you smoking that Scooby
Is he still
Doo
at it?
with the stoner of the group?
He's still at it.
Edibles. We'll just go with edibles.
I mean, the dog was always with him, so Scooby must have been getting the contact.
Definitely. He's a talking fucking dog.
I mean, I just always assumed they were all high.
Like, no, what are we gonna do?
So who is Elderlad?
I'm
The guy with the Riddler.
He's the Zodiac.
Or the Zodiac.
Oh, that's what you were talking. I thought you were at
The
literally.
Zodiac Riddler.
Whatever one you like better.
It's
I'm
the
an-
Zodiac. I'm hearing the Zodiac killer trying to disguise his voice as generally specific.
Damn, do I sound like?
Sorry,
And
Wiccan.
she's going to my Airbnb and she's gonna stay there and she's stalking me and this and that. She's on the phone talking to like apparently a police officer. You know, just saying names like real names that may not be real names. I don't know, but
Everyone's always high, Wiccan. They're all ripping Crispy apart. Hey? I'm sorry to say it, Wiccan. I mean, Crispy, I don't know. Like I called you, very patient. You were patient. Everybody knew there was something wrong. But everybody uses additives. Everybody uses something. You want to look at him? He looks high. Let's go and look at him. Let's go look at him. But it's not just him.
Sorry. Yeah, how are you smoking that Scooby Doo Shaggy with the stoner of the
It's
group?
his lovers too.
Edibles. We'll just go with edibles.
They're on
And
edible.
the dog was always with him, so Scooby must have been getting the contact.
Definitely. He's a talking fucking dog.
Dot hates me, aren't you, Dot? Lolsy, how did you get a wrench anyway?
Like, no, what
I
are we
must have
gonna
been
do?
drunk. I must have been drunk. Where's Dot? It's not like I didn't give her a wrench back. Zero Fox given made sure.
hey, she's going to my Airbnb and she's gonna stay there and she's stalking me and this and that. She's on the phone talking to like apparently a police officer.
Don't you know?
You know, just saying names like real
The
names
bear-
that may not be
the
real
Bear
names. I don't
Boys
know,
from
but she's
Canada.
pretending like they're real names and going on and on and on and on and on. And I have seen
Lolsy,
everybody have a hard
lol,
time
Lolsy.
with this.
How sexy.
Okay, now let's just leave it right there for a second, all right? I'm going to also, Avery is actually a real person. Yes, she's in the chat right now. She does Murder Candy podcast. Yes, Avery is a real person. That's a funny question. Like, is she real? The chick works for Shadowbox. Okay, does she? And by the way, Shadowbox is see, that's what now I can't prove it. I have wondered if Rose wasn't an agent, like if Rose wasn't part of psychological warfare. And she is sniffing around abducted children that have been abducted, and bringing in the satanic ritual abuse theory to every single thing that she talks about. Because another thing that she does is she's really an obstructor to law enforcement and the media to really find a missing child. She's the example of the YouTube media not doing the right thing. She is because one of the shows that I did on my own podcast, and I have part of it linked here. I'm going to play a little bit of that for you tonight. I talk about like Dawn Wells and the mother, of Summer Wells, because she hasn't. Okay, Rose has really obsessed over Summer Wells. And, they went on Dr. Phil and they talked about how social media has actually really harmed them. These people have lost their daughter. She's not found yet. She might not even be alive anymore. And yet this media is so sure that they're the perpetrators. And they had to move out their property and stuff, everything. And so Rose has participated in this. Now, Shadowbox has to do with Ed Butowski and Thomas Schoenberger. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. And it goes to the 17th letter of the alphabet. Ed Butowski was a private investigator that was associated with Seth Rich, and how there was how the conspiracy came about that he was the person who did the real WikiLeaks, and he was murdered in a botched robbery. The private investigator of that created Shadowbox, which put people in position to do the right-wing 17th letter of the alphabet situation. And there's stuff online, legitimate, like BuzzFeed talks about this. This is not something that's made up. I've always wondered if actors, right, do not play a part in the psychological warfare, or that they're not a part of Alphabet.
Hollywood is the the entertainment wing of the Pentagon.
Agencies. For example, let's just think about it. Lincoln was shot by an actor. Everybody want to question that? Like, there's a link between that. I'm not saying that's what it is, but because of the fact that she was an actress, I find that to be very interesting. I put that that's in the interesting box. Okay.
Talking about Rose.
She caused drama in a lot of different chat rooms, and she has put money in the pockets of Jimmy Jam's Dolly Vision and Ernie Shell. Okay, she is funding him. All right. I've looked into Ernie Shell. I'm not impressed. I've seen things where he's had a drug problem. I've seen things where
he's in jail now.
Donations for a nonprofit to rescue children. That's not really a nonprofit yet. And Rose is running around telling people that he is a super soldier. So she's hybriding her own other background on making him special. He's a super soldier. Why? Because Rose says it. That's bullshit. Okay. Okay, well aware of the Show Me Burgers and the Quint Squad. Okay, Sherry, yes. I'm sure a lot of you are. I'm just saying it for those who don't know. Lots of money off child, shameful. Fiona Barnett has been heavily debunked with SRA scam. Yeah. You know my problem with Fiona Barnett? She claims that to have all these people that, all the stuff that happened to her that are just absolutely horrific. She may have taken other people's stories and made them her own, but she's no vulnerability.
So Wiccan, during 2016, there was something called Hi Sky Angel. There was something called the Q movement, the QAnon. Now, Terry Joyce, this is long time ago. Terry Joyce is now being terrorized by her own trolls. Maybe she invented her own trolls. I don't know. But the one is called Anon. But Terry Joyce, this woman we're looking at, was in bed with one of the creators of QAnon. She was sleeping. She's even slept with the no, she didn't sleep with him. I don't know if she's, well, I don't know. If you interview the head of the Satanistic church, do you think you slept with him? I don't know. But she has a past. You know, the QAnon movement, do you remember that? She calls it the 17th letter of the alphabet. She's very scared of it. She's the exact same age as Team Rose. Or Team Cunt is her new word, her new name. Named by Mel's Hub, she names her Team Cunt.
She's so strong when she's talking and she explains everything. I'm like, okay, why aren't you messed up? Why aren't you a basket case? That's the part I don't. I'm like, you don't seem like a victim to me. Okay, so I want to play something because I want to show you the dynamic of some of the things that she's done. I could just sit here and talk about somebody, but again, I'm going to show you some receipts. I'm going to say stuff and then not back up what I'm saying. All right, this is a video that I found. It is from a channel, and I'll share it. Traders Amongst, and I want to put a banner. This is transformative work, so we're educating the public and critiquing the video we are sharing. This is covered under fair use and allowable by law. And
no. No.
How are you smoking?
I've done enough of that.
so she's hybriding her own other background on making him special. He's a super soldier. Why? Because Rose says it. That's bullshit. Okay. Okay, well aware of the Shimmy Burgers and the Quint Squad. Okay, Sherry, yes. I'm sure a lot of you are. I'm just saying it for those who don't know. Lots of money off child, shameful. Fiona Barnett has been heavily debunked with SRA scam. Yeah. You know my problem with Fiona Barnett? She claims to have all these people that, all the stuff that happened to her that are just absolutely horrific. She may have taken other people's stories and made help missing children, but she's abusing a child at the same time. And the reason why I started poking around about this topic is because I noticed that some of my videos that I had done 6 months ago, or maybe even more than 6 months ago, were being viewed a lot. They were being shared even. I could tell that people were sharing them on YouTube. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then I was getting comments. One of the comments said that she said that Dawn Wells should RAPED, right? This 12-year-old to teach her a lesson or something to that effect. And I haven't heard that come out of her mouth, but I did find this. And this is just bad enough, let alone what maybe somebody else said that she did. But she obviously did something before to this 12-year-old, because I'm assuming that's the mother talking to Rose, and then that's the girl on the phone call, the 12-year-old on the phone call with her. She called her a little bitch. Yeah, this is a 60-year-old woman, grandma, who her most recent upload is about her squeezing or talking about her boobs and how, her grandma boobs and how, I don't know, I guess she got something taken down off of YouTube because she exposed them too much and whatever, because Rose likes to point out her boobs a lot on her YouTube channel, which I also find kind of odd. You know, like, I don't know, somehow, like, in the video, she made some comparison about, like, well, these other women get to do breastfeeding things, and I can't, you know. Well, you know what? There's a difference between breastfeeding and grandma boobs, all right? Not a whole lot of people want to look at grandma boobs. I don't know if anybody gave me the memo, Rose. But, you know, yeah, that's the mother. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's a grandmother. Yeah, and yeah, and she's even done videos about it. She's a grandmother. Speaking of being an older person, I'm going to do a shameless plug here for a moment, and because I am actually.
No, you don't block trolls. You let them be. You see, this could be the very true sock puppet account of the very person who it is. You never know. And when you're such a small channel like me, you rather not, until they really are threatening to the channel, and they say bad, terrible things about other people. But I mean, they're giving hearts and they're saying hi. That's why, Lolsey. That's why. No, you don't block them. I need more viewers. And maybe other people follow rules. Well, I'm a rule buster.
And I'm going to give you I'm going to highlight the link here and put it in the chat. I am in a competition, okay, with New Beauty Magazine, Fabulous Over 40. It came
direct from source. Paid off, or he buys into it, or whatever. He starts promoting these people, acting like they didn't do anything.
Deborah Director, aka Team Rose. I have been reporting on how she has been following Jimmy Jam's TV Dolly Vision, how she has sock puppet accounts, how she was creating drama in the chat rooms, how she participates in the circus. Well, not only does she participate in it, she also funds it. Let's listen to how she funds this with her own words.
Hey guys, this is take number 3. I keep doing these rants based on these conversations with these fucking new mods that think that it's up to them to do something with their stupid little wrench. Let me tell you something, mods. Every time you time someone out, you just made an enemy. You think you're funny with your little wrench? You think you're cute that you can time people out? You know, this wrench thing is causing a lot of problems. We're adults. We don't need to be timed out like little kids, little wrench bitches, okay? Don't become the new top mod, okay? Everyone hated her. Do you want to be hated? Do you want to be hated, little bitches with wrenches? You need bitches with wrenches who feel so empowered to go around taking over and...
Oh, I forgot this part, but I'm going to go ahead and let it play.
With the wrench bitches, you know? I mean, you might think it's funny or whatever. You might feel protected or whatever. You don't need these fucking bitches. They're actually bringing your channel down. I don't want to go in there and worry about some psychotic, egotistical wrench bitch. If you dig. Can you dig? Can you imagine such a thing? Dolly, whichever clone you might be, could you just tell the wrench bitches to take a chill pill? We don't need wrench bitches, okay? I definitely do not need wrench bitches. Make me a wrench bitch. I don't even want to be a wrench bitch. I think the whole wrench thing is a big goddamn psyop to get everybody fighting, and it works great. This whole thing with the mod. Please, guys, can you grow the fuck up at all? Is it possible? You know why I think Dolly's been cloned? Because cloning happens, stupids. Okay? It does. Because you haven't done your research on it doesn't make it easier for the rest of us, actually. The fact that you don't do your research and you don't know jack shit about what's going on in the world makes it worse for the rest of us, okay? All right? You're actually making it harder for the rest of us. Am I too radical for you?
No,
Oh, wow. Yeah, don't you think I wish I was with the people who know shit? I've been trying to get Dolly back into talking about the real
This is from 2018.
shit ever since I met the guy. First I meet the guy, Dolly, in the middle of the night, Jimmy Jams, right? He's talking about Gabby Petito, and he's speaking the truth. He knows for a fucking fact that the whole thing is a stage setup. But God, he gets paid off, or he buys into it, or whatever. He starts promoting these people, acting like they didn't do anything. He goes from they did it to they didn't do it. You know, it's like, come on. What is this? Jimmy can take a joke, guys. Part of the fun of Jimmy is the way he handles comments and jokes. And you little mod bitches or wrench bitches who take away and think you're supposed to tang people out, you are insane. You're nuts.
Thank you,
You're a problem child, okay?
Sorry.
It's a problem that you think you're supposed to do something with that motherfucking wrench. All the thing means is that Dolly has some friends. That's what I think it means. But some of those friends go absolutely fucking crazy. I'm the top mod over at Dolly's. Goody goody. You know, get a life.
I'm actually going to color my beard now. And then when the moustache grows, I'm going to have that look again. I just need to increase my bust. But you know, I must increase my bust.
You know, it's sad to see people get stupider and stupider and stupider as the generations go on. It's not really your fault. It's not our fault. I too have been an idiot. I'm not as stupid as I was. It took a lot to clear my body out of the toxins that were poisoning me and making me stupid. I knew I was stupid. I was smart enough to know that I wasn't as smart as I could have been. I was aware on a soul level enough to know that while I was growing up, something was wrong with my brain that wasn't functioning as well as it could. I was damaged by those fucking VAXs, okay? In my opinion, I was probably made slightly autistic, just enough to keep me from really, 100% doing, because I've always had a lot of abilities. I'm a direct from source, like it or not.
Wow.
I really don't care what you people believe, unless you
Direct from source.
up and snap you into awareness. Then I care, I mean, I am so tired of people just going backwards in their thinking. I'm there on Jimmy's show. I look for signs of cloning. How do I do this? How do I look for signs of cloning? Well, let me tell you how. I look for the face. Has it changed? I noticed Ernie's face changed. Ernie's face changed in the last 2 videos, and another person noticed it in Jimmy's chat. I didn't recognize most of those names. Everybody changes their name. I'm the only one who doesn't know how to change my name. I don't know why I don't know how to change my name on there. I tried to change my name on there. I couldn't change my name on there. Anyway, so everybody always knows who I am.
Please explain, Lolsey, how I am making drama now. I have no idea what you mean by this. I sort of suspected that you were feeling uncomfortable earlier. But I live in another continent. And everyone sees from every other continent and island that I have a very low view count. The reason being, even though YouTube is the hugest social media in the world, in the Western world, from Australia to Los Angeles, South Africa is minuscule compared to the viewership and the strength in the United Kingdom, in North America, Canada, and of course, that shitty place called Australia. So, I have this amazing situation between Team Rose and I. Wiccan knows she is the top mod at Mel's Hub. And Mel's Hub, I can show you my communication with her today. Wonders what this woman's problem is. And you and I think even, especially Mel, having her psychology degree, want to work things out. We want to try and understand things. Team Rose lacks in that faculty of trying to profile a situation. It's clear to me what Team Rose either chooses not to understand or specifically chooses to do this.
But I have friends in there. So tonight, I went in there because he was doing a live, even though he did a huge long live earlier in the day, bashing Tiffany Marie, who that got exhausting because I don't like listening to Tiffany Marie. Sorry, no disrespect, but I've never really enjoyed listening to her. I think she thinks she's all about summer. She's all about summer. You're not all about summer. You don't even know that chick. You don't even know little Summer. You don't love Summer. You don't even know Summer.
Neither do you.
Summer. She actually drove everybody crazy in real life. You don't know anything about Summer. You're just using this to get attention and to listen to yourself talk. That's my opinion. I don't care what you think of me. If I cared what everybody thought of me, I wouldn't get very far. It's not about how big my fucking YouTube channel is. I'm actually way more than a YouTuber, okay? Being a YouTuber is having a channel on YouTube. Great, big fucking deal. Okay, good. You're wonderful. Whatever. The reason it's great is because we find each other. Without it, we wouldn't have found each other. I wouldn't have found a whole bunch of people that I really do care about. But I really had it with the fighting about the wrenches and these self-imposed bitches who think that they control a man's life and his comments because stupidly he gave somebody a wrench. Why did you give that fucking person a wrench? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you know what you're doing? You know why I think you've been cloned, Dolly? Because you changed. I've seen you change 3 times. Now you say it's the number 7, but that's your little number, okay? Because you're always telling me I have 7 sub-personalities. And I keep saying, no, Dolly, it's 12. But your brain, you can't remember the number 12 because you're stuck on 7. So I said, Dolly, you've been cloned. Was I joking? Who cares? Dolly read the comment and responded. It was funny. He does his own thing. Can you let it happen, you little wrench bitches? Can you allow the man to have comments and that he can respond to? You don't control the chat, bitch. And if you think you do, you don't. And if you try, you're going to regret it. Because if you time people out, everyone in you time out is going to hate you. Okay? Timing people out creates hate in people. Okay? It makes people feel bad. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're just a person that Dolly gave a wrench to. That's who the fuck are you. Okay? Your wrench means nothing but an opportunity for you to torture people. Okay? You're going to be hated. All right? You time out adults, they're not going to like you. I'll tell you right now, it's not a game, okay? We're just adults hanging out on a fucking channel. What is this timing out bullshit? If anyone can handle comments, it's Jimmy. Grow up, people. Get over yourselves. Stop giving wrenches to everybody. What is wrong with you, Jimmy? What is your problem? You're fine. You don't need all these fucking wrench bitches in your life like you think you do. What are you trying to collect, girlfriends? What's up? Stop it with the wrenches. Why don't you tell these people that you're going to give them a little wrench and to not fucking use it and to shut the fuck up about it, okay? If you don't like my comments in Jimmy's show, then shut the fuck up about it. Because I don't like all the comments either. But I just move along. I don't sit there and count them and impose myself between him and other people. I'm there for between me and Jimmy. And I respect other people having their in between them and Jimmy. So take your wrench egos and shove it. I've had it with you fucking people. I'm not putting up with any more bullshit on this channel. I've been paying the guy for too fucking long. It isn't up to you to time me out. Get over yourself, whoever you are, with your fake name and your no voice and your no face and you're not honest and you're not out there and you're just hiding behind your little.
See, you guys heard her say, I've been paying.
They're actually bringing your channel down.
I've been paying you guys. I've been paying you guys. You heard her say it. That is, she said it right there.
I don't want to go in there and
that's why they allow her to stay, right? Because she pays them. They don't want to. They allow her to be here because she gives them money. That gives her clout in those chat rooms.
Worry about some psychotic, egotistical wrench bitch. If you did. Can you dig?
Okay, so I'm going to skip it a little bit farther.
Everything is a stage setup. But God gets
where she goes off on her family.
Out of the toxins that were poisoning me and making me.
Okay, it goes on and on.
It hasn't changed. I noticed Ernie's face changed.
Oh my God, on and on and on.
We find each other. Without it, we wouldn't have found each other. I wouldn't have found a whole bunch of people that I really do care about.
Okay.
You're going to regret it. Because if you time people out,
how long is it?
Count them and then
Montgomery. And it was the first name of.
I'm not involved in it. I don't have sex with anybody.
Okay, here we go. Here it is. The okay, YouTuber Tina Marie. We call people. Okay, wait. There it is.
Here. Who's calling my family a sex cult? She's the queen. She's the fucking queen. She's the literal queen of the sex cult. I'm not involved in it. I don't have sex with anybody. I'm not involved in that cult. They kick me out. They undermine me. They threw me under the bus. I don't fit in. I thought I did. I thought I was part of the family. But I had a family. I don't fit in. I actually don't. I would never tear a mother and daughter apart. What an asshole. How could this be? How could this be? How could he do such a fucking horrible thing so viciously, so vehemently? You bitch. And you little sister behind the whole thing. Go fuck yourself. But you do that every 5 minutes. My understanding is you're constantly fucking yourself. Oh, you do fuck yourself. Orgasm, girl. You're so good at it now. Oh, great. Why don't you orgasm yourself to death? Have a big deathgasm. It's called a deathgasm. Try it. You've been threatening suicide for years now. Why don't you go give yourself that big deathgasm, bitch? Don't tell people to kill themselves. No, let's go threaten to kill ourselves all the fucking time to manipulate everyone. Okay. No, I'm not. That's your stupid kid. What an asshole. How could you do? He's so in love with little Miss Orgasm Girl. She's such an actress. Holy shit. She is such a fucking actress. She's 10 times better than me. She managed to get Mom away from me. She managed to have the death, which I wanted to be there for. She managed to kick everybody away. She managed to destroy the last 9 months of my mother's life and do nothing about it, cry and whine like a fucking little brat baby that she always did.
This woman lies so much. She lies. I don't know if you've ever heard of shooting from the hip. And this lady loves to shoot from the hip. And I don't know if you've ever seen her toesies. She's got fucking huge, big toesies. And the saying goes, when you are supposed to be a salesman, you have to beware of being a cowboy and drawing your gun, and you draw it too quickly, and instead of pulling the gun out of the holster, it stays in the holster and you shoot yourself in the foot. And Team Rose has a brilliant knack of doing that. And maybe, you know, I was happy to not bring her up. But it's easy content for me. It is. Truly, I cannot lie. I cannot tell a lie. It's just very easy content. I mean, this is from 2018. It never ends. It's a never-ending story. I think most of y'all know from Turtle Island. Yes, I was watching PJ. She was actually looking good today. I like it, her early morning spiel in her car. It seems she don't. I only watch her early morning in the car with PJ. She's cool. She's a great presenter, and I get a little bit of the feel of what's going on the streets. And I need to not be so obsessed with TR. We can, at one stage, I know the female side from male side, PMSL, male PMSL, post-menstrual stress ligature length, what? PMSL. Lolsy, are you serious? Oh, I thank you, Lolsy. That means a lot to me. Me neither. Wigan, you came up with a face, but then off again. No, Wigan, she is a worm. She's called a bookworm, and I showed it to you. She didn't actually understand what I was saying to her, but she's a bookworm. And there she is. Here is Wigan.
Kaset met stories op.
Ja, julle moet maar baie lekker gemaklik sit.
Oh, man.
Sleep talking, sleep talk, sleep talking, sleep talking.
There she is. Wait, oh, you can't see it. Okay, great. Here is Wiccan. I grew up with Wiccan. She's a little bookworm, a puppet, a sock puppet, if you please. And she is Afrikaans, but I'm sure she was English. I remember this in English. Maybe maybe I was actually an Afrikaner. Maybe this was in English, but because in South Africa we had 1 day English and 1 day Afrikaans. When TV came out in 1976, the broadcasting, we had 3 hours of TV, and this is kiddies television in the 1980s in South Africa, and that is called Benny Bookworm, which means in Afrikaans, which means in English, Benny Bookworm. So it's actually a man, but I'm sure it's played by a female, you know. And this is the song.
Sleep talking, sleep talking.
Key, Sleedelt Key, A little key is a key. A little key. Little key, little key. Let a little story come out of this. Shine. Open the keyhole. And that was the beginning of Benny.
Stop it! He comes
fucking
up and,
you. Ah! This fucking idiot. This clown. Look at him. He's always high, don't you think? He's always high. Let me gossip a little bit more. I never came up live like ever. Last night I thought I would. No, I mean, we've all seen you before, Wiccan. I mean, you're in the intro, but no camera. Front. And background. There we go. And so, we've all seen you. And when you said you came as a witch, I felt so bad that I didn't go as a preacher, because it was easy. All I had to do is do the white face and black eyes and the black collar and the white square, and I should have been the father. I was so unprepared. I was so overwhelmed by whatever happened on the YouTube streets. I was truly overwhelmed this week, especially by Team Rose and Mississippi Talker. I didn't keep myself protected, I suppose. And as much as they think that they didn't have any control over me, they really affected my week badly. I didn't need it. I really didn't need it. But it's done now. And I've got to learn from my mistakes. I can't blame. It's like blaming your parents for all your mistakes. Are you a worm as well, Lolsey? Well, Lolsey, you know, with this week, I've also learned from Mel's Hub and other channels that not sometimes, it is required right now for those of us in the position to actually have a backbone and stand up for what we mean. Say what we mean and mean what we say. As simple as that. We don't have to get aggressive. We don't have to get emotional at all. But now is the time to actually just say what you mean. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. I know, you never came up. You never came up. But you still looked exactly like I thought you looked, even though you were a witch. How bad am I of this? Well, I wanted to do the father. Imagine I did the father. I would have, burnt the streets down. I would have caused a catastrophe. Even Team Rose said to me, that was so boring. You went up with all those boring people. I said, I wasn't up with boring people. I was up with fine people. I chose to go up early because I had a very busy and big day ahead of me. I had to do, like, it was Friday. We had normal things that we had to do on Fridays. And so it was my 6 a.m. I went on to Mel's live and I ended at 7:15 a.m. So I still had a hold of my day, because I'm a very sensitive person. Truly, I am. And I need to protect myself. And I think most people are. I don't know if you saw what happened to Martin. And he still doesn't realize what he did because he's acting like a young schoolboy, protecting his older girlfriend in a higher standard, a higher class. And he's defending his girlfriend. But that's what love makes you do. It makes you crazy. It makes you mad, I suppose. Then, yeah, love. That's why I'm here with Lionel. I hope you won't drag me. I can't. Look, like I explained to Sierra, what I do with Team Rose, it's not like I'm not in communication on the emails and on the messenger and actually communicating in real time, in real life. And I'm trying to say what I want to say. It's not like I'm not trying. It's there. And when you cannot get through, then, well, you ruin the fucking bitch. Bish. Swish, swish. Swamp creature. On the YouTube streets. That's what you do. When all else fails, this is all I've got. Because I've still got unread mails. Do you want me to speak? Do you want to hear them? Do you want to hear what I haven't read yet? Essays, darling. Essays. She was bored at 3 a.m. after the ritual she did under the moon. Well, there was no moon, actually. Yeah, still unread emails. Which ones do you want? Which ones do you want? You won't be able to see with that. I suppose the latest. I love the socks. I commented on her latest dancing video, I think. But that's a new beard, that's new. $11 unread. 11 unread. It's just, I can't do it. This is not what YouTube is about, to read emails from a has-been Hollywood Paul, who's been through every man in Hollywood possible, and then still wants to tell the whole of the world what the left sock is. Hi, Christian Carpenter. Welcome. No, thank you for being sorry for me, but it's something that I have to control. It's something that I have to deal with. It's like, I can't blame anything on anyone. I have to learn from my mistakes and not do it again. Did you see, Kristen Carpenter, did you see the Halloween party at Mel's Hut? Darling, you got to have the skin like biltong. Do you know biltong? It's like beef jerky, but it tastes like smoked beef. Good afternoon, everyone. Just stopping in to say hi in my afternoon break. I hope you're busy. I hope you're working well. It's good to hear from you, Mr. Christian Carpenter. Thank you for popping by and doing the drive-through thing. This just call me Mackie D's. So did you hear that Martin had a fight with Leanie? According to Leanie, Martin is a lovely man, Lion. Yeah, I get you, a heart of gold. No, Martin is a simp. He's a simp. He's got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing without Team Rose. He cannot stand on his own 2 feet without his mommy. I was genuinely kind and respectful to Martin. And so was Mission. We held nothing against him. And he was led down the garden path. And everything looked great for him to attack Mission and I. And at first, I could handle it. I'm strong enough. I can handle it. Do you know how it is, even with Team Rose calling me every word that is derogatory? Even to catch 3 words, bad words of you. They hit you like arrows. And they stay in your thoughts for the rest of the day. It's not nice. I've said bad words about Martin. I have. Not that I think he watches me, and I really didn't watch Martin, but when I did go in and watched, as I do with Toshi, well, I did. I'm not anymore. I'm not going to comment anymore. What's the point? You feel like you're offending everyone if you comment in their chat. And then you get called a subhuman for no rhyme or reason. Just because what a sock puppet troll said. He did not apologize to me. He did say he doesn't think it was me anymore, but he never apologized. It was shocking to hear the words, and I was led on to go and watch that. I would never have gone into that live unless, in which the Team Rose emailed me and said, was it you? And I was intrigued, and she got me to go live with her. Oh, fancy me, lucky me, I'm going live with Team Rose again, hey? Who cares about everybody else? Yeah, I want to go live, of course. Must we go live? It doesn't matter if I must climb out of bed now. I must go fucking live. Team Rose wants to fucking go live. Let's go live. But the truth was, Martin was waking up from a terrible night's sleep because he was kept up for 2 hours the night before by a troll stating that they were me while I was asleep in bed. And he merrily, for 4 hours in 2 different lives, called me every possible name under the sun. Luckily, I didn't watch it, but I knew that he was live, and that's all that he was doing. It's not nice. And that's why I do have compassion for Team Rose. I do understand when it feels like the entire world is against you. Everybody in the chats, in everybody's chats, people talking bad about you online. I've experienced it in real life, my entire life, you see. That's why I can deal with it. Team Rose is not new, but being bullied is new, I think. The real version, not the familia. You know, like the Italians say, familia. She's used to familia, but not real gators. You know, I was talking about murder yesterday, and I wanted to continue to make it very clear. Every single one of us that has a channel that goes live, never mind we have haters. We have elite persons with lots of currency to pay for a complete elimination of you. We've seen YouTubers disappear. Was it the law enforcement officers? Was it other YouTubers? Was it the family? Yeah? It's not all a song and dance. There is a certain amount of consideration, and we cannot live in fear. But, you know, fear and misery it attracts company. Everybody loves it. It's a media thing. The news. When I did my TV presenting course, then the news broadcasting agency editor said to me privately, it's not about what's actually going on out there. You have to choose between the different. Back in the day, we had fax machines, and you would get the story coming out on the fax machine. And you have to eliminate and choose. Because if it bleeds like periods, it leads all the little chickens, all the fowls, all the feathered friends, all the bees to honey, all the flies to shit, all the moths to a flame. That's how it works. That's YouTube. Oh, now I remember, this is the video it's only a short little video, and it's about the spirit. What do you think about this guy's point of view of the spirit of the internet? Yeah? Oh, put the volume up. There's no volume.
Well, is starting to see one of the consequences of disconnecting from the internet for a while is starting to see sides of it that were previously not apparent. And one of these that I'm going to talk about today is going to be a little bit abstract, and it may not really connect with you individually, which is fine, but I think for some people it might connect with more profoundly, and it's really those people that I'm hoping to speak with today. And this is the idea that the internet is a spirit world. I don't know if you've ever taken psychedelic medicine or anything like that. It's not what this video is about, but it's really an analogy for how in doing these kinds of these misadventures, there can be contact with entities that seem to come from other dimensions, things that we don't really understand. If you're a Christian, you might call them demonic entities, or you might just recognize them as spirits. And a lot of cultures have mythologies that refer to these spirits or creatures that are kind of partly inside our reality and partly outside. And I've come to experience the internet as being kind of similar to this, because when I log on and start going down a rabbit hole of looking into a particular topic, it might be culture and war, or it might be politics or AI or history or all these different things I'm used to, I'm engaging with all of these forces and opinions and people that are not really part of my physical reality. There'll be people that are far away. There might be videos that are computer generated, or who really knows where these things come from sometimes. And it's easy to get sucked into this world where I start to distance myself from my physical embodied reality. I'm sitting in a room right now and I'm looking at outside the plane flying overhead. But when I'm on the computer or on my phone, it's like I'm sucked into this other world, and all of the physical space and the sensations that are coming into my body from around me, they kind of recede and even disappear.
Thanks, Lolsey. Thank
And
you
the
for
more and more
being here.
time I spend
Thank
in
you for
that space,
joining me.
more and more my mindset, my thoughts, my attitudes, my arguments.
Dot will come back. Dot will always come back.
Something that I really just don't understand.
I don't know why she's got a problem now, but maybe she's got medical problems.
Listening to political.
She will always say hi. If I stay live long enough, she always eventually says hi.
And then I realised.
But she's angry with me too.
People, I want to be armed with all of these opinions so that I can defeat them in debate and show off how clever I am. And these all these opinions are coming from other people. They're coming from places that I don't understand. They are things that I don't really have any first-hand access to. And so I'm living in between these two realities. One is a physical embodied reality of the five senses, and the other is this kind of spirit world. Oftentimes you'll see that these two worlds collide, and it can happen when maybe you strike up a conversation with someone and you realize that they've been watching the same videos as you have on a certain topic, or maybe they've stumbled across content that holds an opposing point of view, and you kind of butt heads or collaborate in terms of your opinions on a particular topic. But neither of you has really come to those opinions through direct experience of the issue at hand. Let's say, for example, it's a political issue or something to do with an election or current affairs. And so it's just to point out that this spirit world is very intoxicating. And for somebody like me, who I would consider has lived a lot of their life, quote unquote, chronically online, as in I'm always tuning into a podcast or watching something, listening to something, is quite amazing to disconnect from these things and come back into like the 3D world. And it's only something that I can talk about having actually done it and seeing it from the other side. I think when I was in this spirit world, this online world, it was very difficult for me to appreciate the insights that I think I've gained since, because the spirit world, it really needs one thing from us, which is our attention. It thrives on our attention. So I could stay up till 4 a.m. watching a video about the dangers of AI or pronouns or the war in Israel. I could watch pornographic videos for hours. People engaging in all sorts of activities that I'm not a part of. It's very parasocial. And the more and more time I spend doing that, it's almost like feeding this spirit world with my attention. And the people who are making these videos on the other end, they're looking at a number on a screen, like how many views has this video got, how many likes or shares or whatever the metric is that they care about. And then they're creating more content based on people's attention, essentially. And the fundamental insight here is that your attention is your life. If I have an hour and I spend that hour watching a podcast or playing a video game, that's an hour that I can't direct to something else. It's not like I have unlimited attention. So I should really be asking myself, if I want to learn about a topic, how much time do I really believe is an appropriate amount to invest in learning about this topic? Because if I don't do that, I will just get consumed. My time will get consumed, my emotions will get consumed, my energy will get consumed. And so I think this framing of the internet as a spirit world is useful because it implies that it has a kind of agency. It has different forces in it that are sort of battling out for our attention, and it has a will to consume us, to consume our lives, to influence our
Thanks, Wicked. I'm going to end now soon. Thank you for joining me. Bless you.
The right way to engage with it, just as I'm thinking about it now, is to really view it as this separate thing and to engage with it very, very mindfully and carefully, because of course there's so much benefit and education and knowledge and entertainment to be had in this domain, but it is not a replacement, and not even close to a replacement for embodied experience. And I know what it's like to get very, very deep into spending a lot of time online. And in kind of coming out to that, as I spoke about in my Resigned Hedonism and also other videos, it's like waking up. Oh my God, here I am, looking around, everything kind of fresh. It's just been here the whole time, but I've been distracted. So I have no idea if this speaks to you or not. It's kind of a far out concept, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to say about it. But if it makes sense to you, drop a comment below, send me an email. If you want to work with me one-on-one on any of the issues that are raised here and any of the other videos that I've made, then just get in touch and we'll have a chat. Have a good day.
Oh, shit.
So a lot of people want to poison you, okay, out of insecurity. So this is when we do the bait and switch, is what spirit.
She managed to get mom away from me. She managed to have the death, which I wanted to be there for. She managed to kick everybody away. She managed to destroy the last 9 months of my mother's life and do nothing about it, cry and whine like a fucking little brat baby that she's always been. Oh, I think I'll let it all out. My brother said he was gonna hold back. Okay, fuckface, I will either. My older brother said the worst things to me on the day my mother died. Wow, he's an asshole. I don't know what happened to these people. I'm not over it. I'm sorry. I'm not over it. I have family. They everything that could have gone wrong. Could have been a good family. Could have been a good family, but what a bunch of assholes. My oldest sister, the Beligo, the canine Beligo. What did she do? She voted to put my mother there. She abandoned me. She threw me under the bus. She acted like it didn't matter after years, 2.5 years of making me make my mother call her and give her little conversations where she talked and talked and talked and talked and talked for a fucking hour. I put up with so much fucking shit. Got nothing. In the end, got nothing. Why did I give her all those phone calls when in the end she voted against me and took away the passing of my mother out of my reach, left me fucking sobbing, up at my house, in my daughter's arms. We didn't want to drive 3 hours that night only to miss my mother's death and to face my evil, rotten fucking brother and that stupid orgasm sister lizard and her mean daughter. I do. I hate them all. I hate them all. Dude.
How lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it. Well, obviously that's all I have there. I mean, it's like, do you think Rose gets invited to the Thanksgiving dinner after that? I mean, could her family sue her? So this is just, you know, a lot of you guys here in the chat, I think you're here because you know, because is she aware that there's a lot of people that are onto what she's doing and the destruction that she's actually doing on YouTube? Sippy gave her a serious warning. Yeah, you know what? I don't know about Sippy. You know, I gotta tell you, I don't know about Sippy. Because I'm finding that Sippy and might actually be part of Team Rose. I've not had a good happening with Sippy personally, and also Lionel Royale. He also, I think, is part of Rose's posse. He's got the little whiteboard. He had a little whiteboard. You know, they act like they don't like her, but then, like, whatever they've done about her, they, you know, I mean, I think Lionel might still be communicating and leaving his stuff up to Rose, but Sippy takes her stuff down. Sippy don't play. Well, you know, I don't know. I'd rather keep the Sippy conversation. I'm not gonna. I don't want to address Sippy. I don't. Sippy thinks she has a lot of power. She's a witch, right? I mean, I'm not gonna say she's a witch, but she's threatened me like a witch. Let's just put it that way. She's threatened things on me that a witch would threaten. She's practicing something. So I don't like that about her. I don't, in a way, I don't really see much difference between Sippy and Rose, to be honest. I'm just saying that. Yeah, Sippy's not a friend of mine. So, you know, I mean, and if she was really wanting to expose Rose, she'd still have her stuff up. Yeah, she wears me out. Anna says, Jesus, she wears me out. She wears me out too. Is this a comedy channel? She thinks it is. I refuse to watch her. I have a hard time watching her too. You know, I'm just kind of like revisiting her now. So I also pulled up. She was paying Miles too. Really?
No.
Huh.
Oh, she was paying Miles Johnson from bases. British Miles. All the British are prostitutes. They love taking money.
Do your stuff.
They love to take money. Yes, they do.
I haven't seen Sippy's last video. No.
You're lying.
Was it about Rose? I mean, I'm looking at Anson. Yeah, I don't look at Sippy very often.
Who does?
Like, she's, like I said, for me, she's in the like, I mean, I'm only gonna look at Rose because, you know, I'm reporting on her right now, but I try to avoid Sippy. Yeah.
She did do a video about me and Sippy.
She reminds me of little Edie in the Grey Gardens. Who does? Rose? Okay, so let's go to Benny Keys, and what he's saying, and
No.
But before we do that,
No, it's not.
well, there's a video of Rose talking about him, but yeah, okay, and then there's a couple more videos I want to show you. So I want to give you Benny Keys. Really, Anson? You're saying she shows Rose as a liar? She is. I'm not. I'm not really seeing that from Sippy. If she does, then she takes it down. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a lot of. She freaks me out. Actually, Sippy kind of freaks me out.
History there, you know. I mean,
Okay, let me bring it to about. It's about. It's right around here. Right around here.
he's seen. It ain't my story. I'm just telling. She seen Predator the night of the 10th.
I don't think they're friends, Anson. Benny, this is a recent video.
Mountain Girl.
That's not accurate.
Called her by her real name. Allegedly, Mountain Girl sees them and runs up to them and asks for hello. Has to be something about people saying people are involved in shit they know they're not. Meanwhile, just based on proximity, you're about fucking 12 hours. I mean, it takes
To end this, let's watch this rather. Let's end this live. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for keeping me company. I don't know what is happening. What's going on here? Oh, computer went into the speed wobble, of course. Why not? As you do. Hello.
Hi, guys. I wanted to do a quick update on a few things. First of all, I want you to become aware of my Spotify. And what's so cool about Spotify is that you can watch my show by video now. So I'm going to play and show you how this happens just really quick so you can see it. Okay, it should be going here. Okay, wait. Here we go. All right. I'm going to show it here in just a second. Here saying, like, I'm not like a naysayer, like I'm trying to say that this soldier program. What's coined by Jerry Cassidy, that's the problem. Whatever program we're calling it, which shouldn't have the name Super Soldier in the first place. And if you even look back to what Max says, he goes, I'm not a super soldier. Okay, so, that's just kind of giving you a little preview of what this is. And if you start from the beginning, you can tell that what this is actually a rebroadcast of one of my
Better, happier, more productive, comfortable, not raging too much.
So this is a previous show that I did. I have cut away from this and added to it on some of my shows on Spotify, but this is the master one, and this is the one where I cover Harmony Montgomery and footage from the Boston police, everything, just to kind of give you an overall background of what's going on. All right, so I wanted you guys to be aware of that. Okay. Oh my goodness, here I am. I didn't mean to put myself on camera, but here I am. I am on camera. All right. I've got minimal lighting. I'm actually sitting in my bed right now. I love my headboard. I like my headboard a lot. Okay. Also, I want to talk about Charles Unleashed for a moment. He has a video recently out, like 6 days ago, talking about a LARP. I personally, I don't know exactly who he's talking about, and I'm wondering if you guys do. So if you can if you want to make a comment below, please do. So yeah, and see, what else did I want to bring up? Oh, and James Casbolt. I've been watching some stuff about James Casbolt recently that I think would be nice to revisit again on my next show.
So that's going to be one of the topics of discussion on my next live stream that I'm going to do next week. And and I wanted to give you an update about Crystal Rose Montgomery really quick. That particular Facebook site is no longer there. I want to give a shout out to Lionel for taking some of that footage and putting it on your channel, giving you a thumbs up. I just saw one of the videos today that you had. And let me see. And with the Harmony Montgomery case, there's something that came up, some footage from the mother saying that she believes that the father, Adam Montgomery, actually sold Harmony. So that was shocking to hear on a mainstream newscast, which I'll also be covering in the next video. And I think that's it. I think that's all I mentioned Charles Unleashed. I mentioned James Casbolt. We talked about, and if you do want to support my channel, there's been a ticker tape going on here with a lot of information where you can become a Patreon subscriber. And I'm going to have the links also in here. You can also support me on Anchor on a monthly donation. And the $4.99 donation is the Terry Joyce College Fund, because I am in college right now. And until the next show, bye.
I hope he comes up and does comes up as Scooby Doo too. That'd be funny.
It would be pretty fucking hilarious. I'll give it to him.
We need a Shaggy too. Where's Shaggy, guys? Sorry. How are you smoking that Scooby Doo Shaggy with the stoner of the group?
Edibles. We'll just go with edibles.
Sister company is called Cecil. My mother worked for it. She was middle manager. She would eat you for breakfast, Rose. You can see this luxury you see living is I have to help her husband who built this from scratch. And he's from another country. He's a foreigner. And I want to help him honor him taking care of my mother. But she has brought down many a man in this world.
You get these Easter eggs. These are the words. You get a whole box. And they are like 72 Archon demons. Welcome to my marathon. This is David Palmer, the celebrity astrologer, the Leo King. He's also got those wolf eyes. And now I need to pause.
This and to take action. So this is really an important moment, and it's probably the most important moment of the year because there is no more energy that this unique in our lives. With Jupiter, Neptune, and the rulers of Pisces together, we got Venus that's like exalted in Pisces there, and Mars trailing it in Pisces, and you got Saturn square the node right now, and you've got Venus in sextile to Uranus. While was it full moon in Libra, square Pluto, while it's the last time Sun squares Pluto in cardinal signs, in the exaltation of the Sun, I'm telling you, this is it. You either an exalted soul or you are not. You are a resistant, hesitant soul or you are not. And that's the best way to take it. But it's about, that's where the piece is through the strength to be yourself and to take action and not live a fake, hollow existence with hollow relationships. And also, you might have no relationship. So it's the fear of commitment. It's the fear of integration. It's the fear of choosing maybe.
What this video is about.
Going through your emotional stuff.
I'm sure
and the stuff that's happened in the past.
To say that's
You can't let
David Palmer, the Leo King from SoCal. How do you say it? SoCal. Southern California. Californication. Californication. California. I've got nothing to drink. Wait, hold on. 1 minute, please. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to keep this totally anonymous. I think it's best. Where are you, my dear? Because it's not my dear, it's my man. My man. The scariest man on this planet. The one that I will not fight. Iris Chauser. Not Iris Chauser. War ist ja. This is a serious motherfucker bit. Where is that? Where, oh, where will you be? Ernie, I agree, is a madman, but he's perfect for that. In that case, no ways. I can't believe it's gone. I'm going to have to put you on timeout. Doctors arrest. So, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph wept. Where is this long letter? Wait, 1 moment, please. Let's start with this one, so you'll get a sense of this letter. What I sent you is what anyone can find online. She doxed herself. Her home is not up for sale. Look closer. She keeps saying certain names, and my name is one of them. She has not taken those videos down, and she has not lost 1 cent due to the false allegations against us. Rose is very ignorant, very manipulative, and has messed with the wrong Anunnaki, alien, devil, demon, angel, reptilian, witch, sippy bitch she could have ever made the mistake of no matter what label she puts on anyone. Make no difference. We real people. She don't understand where's
super long, well written letter. I'm sure it's been stored. She has been reported. I'll put this in the description so you can see it. She has been reported not only to TBI, FBI, and her locale LE dot, but also to the BBB and her Airbnb. This was posted the 21st of April. Gosh, I just started the wrong time, so let me find another time. And I found everything. You know this is the owl. Say hello from Sippy, will you, Grin? Owl flying low and swift, now with those cougar talons ready to pick up, swift away in silence. The owl is here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the little bell for more notifications. Life gets tougher, but we get smarter. If you join the line of train, choo choo. There's lights at the end of the tunnel. Next video coming up, I'm going to read that properly. I've just got things to do now. Thanks for watching. Please comment as you see fit. Tot ziens.